Ayo, this is Dash, and today I'm back out at the Lone Star Grillz pellet cabinet cooker. And I have something today I'm cooking because my wife just asked me to cook this because I made a pork belly wrapped in pineapple. And no, I didn't film it, but I had some pork belly left over. So I took the pork belly and I cut it up into strips, kind of like a thick bacon, and I'm gonna put it on the pellet cabinet and we're gonna see what it does. This is an experimental cook. This one worked.
I don't know, but that's good.
It's good, right?
It's good on this pork in particular.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah.
Get ready.
Welcome back. I have the cooker already started. I started it up so it would be in the process of getting started while I had to get it ready. So at this point, I'm gonna do some moving around of the shelves inside of here just because of how I like to cook. And I'm going to get to, show you guys that. So I'm using the handy dandy shelf and we are gonna move some things around. So I'm gonna move these are the pans that I've used for as water pans, and come on, why are you not? There we go. All right. So this is normally the bottom grate, and this is the grate that I've almost decided. But the way that I cook, because I try not to cook non-pork things on. I have a pork shelf, beamed pork shelf, in all of my smokers, so that I can kind of, with some consistency, let people know who might not necessarily eat pork know that, hey, this was cooked when there was pork in the cooker, or this was cooked, on a different shelf, whatever. Just my own hang up. Anyway, I'm going to get this tray. This is like a wire grate for a baking sheet. I'm gonna put it up in here and we're just gonna let it ride. I have the smoker set to 300 degrees and I'm just gonna let it cook for a while, and we'll check on it every, I don't know, half an hour or so. But at this point, it's a good time to remind you, because tonight is actually a Wednesday. Did you know that I film, or I host, a live show every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern? Typically, the first hour or so, we talk about something barbecue or barbecue business related. The second hour, by then, usually I'm like 1.5, 2 sheets to the wind, and we talk about almost any and everything else that you could, want to talk about within reason. If you're not busy, feel free to join us. And typically we have 20 to 25 folks that come in, hang out, and we will do a live stream on Wednesday night, 9 p.m. And then once a month, I typically do a live stream where it's a group live stream where I will provide you a link. You can join us and we can talk. Usually 6 of us can talk in real time and have a decent conversation. So there's your formal invite to the live stream. Come and hang out, bring yourself a beverage or not, but come and hang out. Usually we go for about 2 hours. So if you are free and available to hang out on a live stream on a Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, so you figure out what the time is wherever you are, feel free to join us. I'll see you soon. All right, so welcome back. It has been an hour. It's been an hour. I thought I was gonna let it go for a half an hour or so, but it took quite a while for the smoker to come up to temperature. But now that it has come up to temperature and I'm letting everything kind of settle in, I'm starting to smell this thing cooking. And I didn't talk about it before, but I'm gonna show you what I seasoned it with. So I used CJ's, Cooking with CJ's, and this is a Uncle Steve shake. So if you don't know who or what Uncle Steve is, I'm gonna try and remember to post a link to UncleStevesShake.com down below, as well as in the description. But this is the West Coast shake, and it has quickly become a family favorite. This stuff is good. It's good. And I'm going to use that, or I use that today on this pork belly that I've cut into like thick bacon strips.
Bacon strips, bacon strips, bacon strips.
So I'm gonna get this open, and I'm gonna pull out this shelf, and we're gonna see what it looks like. All right, so I'm seeing, and actually I'm going to turn this because this end that was closest to me was closer to where the heat is in the smoker, and I'm just seeing that it's starting to do what it needs to do. Now what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to turn the temperature up to 350. So I'm going to get this closed back off, get the temperature turned back up to 350, and we're going to let it cook for half an hour, and then I will come back, check it, and then probably turn up the temperature a little bit more. All right, so I'm pretty sure I told you guys at the last, I don't say check-in, that I was gonna let this go for another half an hour, but I turned the heat up. I turned the heat up to 350, and the cooker right now as it sits is sitting at 358 degrees as told by the fireboard controller. I'm going to open this up. Oh buddy, I think we're done. This bacon. Look at this.
Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
All right, so now I brought you guys in a little closer so we can see what's going on. I think this is pretty much done, but I'm going to turn this over just to try and make sure it's cooked a little evenly, or cooked evenly. And it feels really good. It feels like a thick, like thick bacon.
Bacon, 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 bacon.
I want to say I'm gonna have to get one of the taste testers, but it is getting late, and they're all probably asleep. Turn these over. All right, and then these burnt in tight. I won't say if I had some sauce, I might cover them up, but we're just gonna let it ride and turn these over. All right, so at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and get this pushed back in here. Now that I turned it over, I'm gonna let it sit out here for another, let's go for 15 minutes, and we'll check it and see if it looks like it's really done. If it's really done, then I'll go ahead and turn the cooker off and head in the house and let this cool. And I don't quite know how or what will happen, but it's just going to be an experiment, and we'll see. What time is it? It's about 10:30. I don't know if any of the taste testers are still awake. What I can do is, if any of the taste testers are awake once this is done, I will try to get one of them to come downstairs into the kitchen and taste this and tell you guys what they think. If they're not, I will put something in post when I'm editing the video and tell you what they or what they thought of it. I'm sorry, in case you didn't know, I don't eat pork. It's a health thing, but I still cook it for my family from time to time, and I cook it, of course, to sell. Anyway, you'll see me once this is done. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, we're gonna leave it at 350.
15 minutes later.
All right, it's been another 15 minutes at 350 degrees. Let's see what it looks like. Yep. you're done. All right, so I got you guys in a little closer, and I think this is done. This is good. Let me get a glove on real quick. This looks like it looks like meaty. It's still soft. It's not like tight, and it looks like all of the fat has pretty much rendered away. And that looks like, as Ricer would say, eating ribs. That looks like eating. I want to say eating bacon, but eating pork belly. Let's get that in the trash. A little piece there. I'm gonna turn this over one more time and get it in the house. Woo. Dope. This is awesome. All right, so there you have it. I'm gonna turn the cooker off. We are gonna get it into the cooling mode. This was an experiment. This one worked. They don't always work. But this pork belly, and I'm not calling it bacon because it's not bacon, because technically it needs to be cured before it's smoked in order to be bacon. So that's why I'm calling it, or that's why I said it is strips of pork belly, but like smoked, because it was smoked, but it's smoked. So I smoked it at 300 degrees for about an hour, and then 350 degrees for about 45 minutes. And this is my end result. These pieces started out at about 1/4 of an inch thick, and they're like perfectly thick cut bacon-like. I'm not gonna call it bacon because it's not bacon, it's not cured. I don't want anybody, the semantics police, the what do they call them? Pendant? Oh, those who are pedantic, whatever the word is. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. If I can get one of the taste testers to taste this, you'll see that. If not, I'll put something in post to tell you what they thought of this. But either way, thank you guys so very much for hanging out. I definitely appreciate you hanging out with me while I got this experiment done. It wasn't a cook, this was an experiment. But you need to try this for yourself and tell me what you think of it. Leave me a comment on this video. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the house. Okay, luckily for you guys, taste tester number 2 is still up. What were you doing? Were you doing homework or you just on the phone?
Homework and applying to scholarships.
All right, that's what's up. Pick one. Let's say pass it around. Pick one, try it. He's not the biggest fat fan. Oh, that was actually kind of crunchy. It was crunchier than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, you don't eat pork.
Brilliant. While we wait, consider this.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think it's quite good. I'm definitely gonna get another piece.
Okay. Is there anything I should change, or was it decent the way that it was? It's not too thick, it's not too thin. It's still crunchy, but it's like all of the fat is pretty much rendered away.
Yeah, that part I didn't notice. I was trying to find the part with the least amount of fat. Now it seems pretty okay.
Yeah.
I would eat them all.
He'll eat more than his fair share.
The seasoning is good. It's
yeah. What does it taste like? Because it's a different seasoning than what you're used to. I'm gonna get a glove so I can start putting these in the bag. What do you think?
I don't know what I think. It's like
it's sweet, but it's got a little citrus to it.
I don't know, but that's good.
It's good, right?
It's good on this pork in particular.
Yeah, I agree. I just smelled it, and I can smell it's gonna be good. Take a piece of one of these little pieces over here. Finish that one.
But,
just put it on the.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Just eat it.
You're good. You're very good. It's like little pieces of bacon.
It is. Well, you know the.
In a different way. Like, this is
Do you taste smoke on it?
not as much as I was hoping.
So, I won't say if I do this again, but if I do it again, I might let it smoke. Why not just put the whole thing in your mouth and just eat it? I might let it smoke. Ooh, nope, drop that one. That was a crispy one.
I feel like I'm pretty good at describing what things are, and I'm kind of left
At a
a blank.
loss?
Yeah, like, it's unique, but it's similar. It's
Similar to what?
Similar to like a chicharron, or
Yes,
or
that was kind of.
yeah.
Well, you know, chicharron and stuff like that is from the same piece of meat. So at least sometimes it could be.
But I had a chicharron at my friend's house.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing, but of course the fat was way bigger, and the meat side was way smaller. But it was like that texture is the same as that, but the flavor is different because it's smoked and the seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
But like I had,
Still
it was
eating it.
good.
All right, well, I'm glad you like it. All right, well, there you have it. Taste Tester number 2. Thank you very much for helping out. I appreciate you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and try to attempt to edit this and get this up so you guys will see it tomorrow. Anything else you want to say to them before you? Oh, boy.
No, I have nothing else. Have a great day, night, whenever you're seeing this. Good evening, good morning, and good night.
The best thing is, he's mic'd up, so even though he
yes,
walked
yeah.
away, we can still hear him.
You know.
Hey, thank you guys so very much as always for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. If you like what you saw, if you learned something, please leave me some feedback down below. And maybe I'll incorporate or answer a question for you if you have one. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. Anything else you want to add, even from off camera?
What am I
No.
saying?
Just you don't have to say anything.
Thank you guys so much for that. Like, I was expecting if you want to.
Oh, butter, baby.
Turn on the mic. I started that up before I had to run back in the house anyway. Anyway, if you're not yes, I forgot the glove. It's been another. Let me make sure this is recording. All right.
Sorry.
That was all right. What are you doing that for?
Fee-fi-fo-fum. Let's go.
Seriously? Come here. You got water on your face. All right.